Event is starting.
That's the notification.
There we go. Good afternoon, everybody.
Evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening,
Afternoon,
everybody.
man.
Yeah, good evening. Sorry.
Good evening.
Welcome to episode.
Shall we start again?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Welcome to episode 41 of the Friday Chinwag
Yep.
with Rebecca and myself, Zaheer.
Yeah. Have you changed it to Friday Chinwag? I always thought it was reseller Chinwag.
Can you hit it? First of all, guys, before we carry on, could you please let us know if you can hear us? Because
is there an issue with sound?
Yeah, I've just seen Adam Kelsey say something about sound. So if you could let us know you can hear us and see us okay, that would be fantastic.
You've been playing around with the mic.
Yeah, I've been playing around.
Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, I'm trying out a new broadcasting software. All fine, says Southwest Sellers. Fantastic. Okay, in that case, I will go into the chat and say a few highs. We've got Bum Crack Picker. I think that
it's your favourite
it's
name.
My
at the
favourite
moment,
username at the moment. Definitely Bum Crack Picker. Hiya there. Zara's giggling.
Ad's just laughing at the table.
Adam Kelsey, Tactical Bite, Jason Entwistle, the Treasure Pirate, Sib K has joined us as well, and Shane, Kevin Rosen, who else? Dr. Doodle Doo has popped in as well. Chelsel, if I haven't already said Chelsel.
Yes.
So yeah, welcome everyone. Gary, Southwest Sellers as well.
Yeah.
Power Reselling as well. Bob Dixon, Anne Davies, Gary Dunster, Cat Rants, Darren Smart has joined us as well, and Daniel Warren. Nice hair, Beck, says Daniel Warren.
Oh, thank you.
I think you're missing someone as well.
Your lovely locks.
David McGregor's only here to find out how many bullet points Beck ticked off today.
I think I've still got 3 to go.
Yeah. Barry Francis says, who's popping in tonight? There's nobody.
No, it's just us tonight.
Yeah. Picture is a bit red though. Is okay, very funny. So Power Reselling says, glad to catch you live. Welcome. Business Wolf as well. Vulcan Breeze. Kath Palmer. I've already said that. Johanna Martin says hey as well. We can see Z's face as Shane. Is that good or bad? I don't know. Is it? Oh, is it? I'm not looking too red. No, people are saying I'm not looking too red.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Wow.
That's good.
There we go. All the rouge comments in the chat. I saw those. I saw those. But anyway, guys, welcome everybody. And thank you very much for joining us. It's like I said, it's episode 41, which is incredible in itself. We're really happy that you can all join together on a Friday evening at 7 o'clock. And I didn't know Eurovision is on as well. I had no idea. Sibke says no, one person said that. I'm not looking as red as Future Apple says hi from New York City. How epic is that? I'm sure Bex is a bit more red on the Z side of her face. Yeah,
is that because you're like so red and it comes across?
I don't know. It might be some kind of reflection I don't know.
Yeah.
When Z has been defoliating with the sandpaper again. Yeah,
learn your secrets out.
Yeah, I'm kind of like. It's Lonnie has joined us as well.
Hello, Lonnie.
Anyway, guys, welcome to the chat. We have got a little bit of a topic and a little bit of structure.
A little bit.
A little bit of structure.
We're trying to improve things.
We're trying to make things a little bit more kind of organised. That's from Taxi Driver, by the way. There's a little joke where he gets a plaque says time to get.
I'm really bad at remembering films.
Okay, well,
even if I've watched them, I've got a really terrible.
Well, anyone that's properly watched Taxi Driver, then will
What's that meant to be?
You don't watch films properly.
I do watch
No, you
them.
don't. You watch
them.
She watches films like the most annoying way, guys. I can't even tell you. I don't want to get into this right now, but you don't watch them properly. You watch them all like you're always doing other things, and like even if it's like a really good film, and especially if I tell you it's a really good film, then you're like even more just doing other things.
That's not always true.
Yeah,
it depends what it is. If it's a movie with the kids, then yeah, I'm doing something else.
No, even movie. No, mostly. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
You're not good at watching films. If that's such a thing, I'm good at watching films. So.
Okay.
Something I'm good at.
All right. Shall we?
Yeah. Do you wanna?
Should we go?
Do you wanna get the thing? The little booklet out.
Oh, I think Steve is having issues with sound and picture.
Oh, sound and picture. Hope not. I'm gonna just pop open the page just to make sure that it's working. I don't think
everyone is though.
Yeah, it seems to be working okay. Yeah, it seems to be working okay over here. So, I mean, I'm using a different thing, like a different, well, not a different thing. I'm still using OBS, which is what I was using to stream before, but I'm just using a new version of it.
Okay, quick question from Power Reselling. Do you find it awkward or hard to film at boot sales?
Well, I've tried a number of different things to film at boot sales. There was the.
I've got a picture of the last one. I won't share it on social media, but within our close group of friends,
Rebecca's got a picture which, if she releases it, I'll be miffed. I'll be so miffed. Don't ever do that.
I won't do it.
Okay, well, you'll get the idea anyway. There's all different ways of doing it. I still feel a bit uncomfortable, but I did once strap a GoPro to my waist, but it was kind of more my crotch area. So I was walking around filming people because I felt most comfortable with it. Because, you know, like you have GoPros, they have chest harness, and you feel like you're Iron Man or something walking around with this thing on your chest, like Tony Stark, you're filming people, right? And I didn't like that. So I kind of thought I was being clever, and I got like I thought, well, why don't I just put it right where my belt is? I thought, you know, because people won't look down. I thought, where do people not tend to look? And I thought most decent people won't look at your crotch. So that was my thinking. So it sounds so stupid.
It does now, doesn't it?
Yeah. But
was it the photo or was it people's reaction?
I think people's reaction at first, like, you know,
but
saying...
you didn't listen to me, though. That's the thing. And I can say to you, it's not a good place to...
Yeah, it wasn't the best place. And when our friends started to say that's, you know, you could go to prison or something for that, because, you know, it looks a bit silly. And Rebecca actually ended up taking a photo of me while I was at a boot fair with this thing on. And yeah, it really looked wrong. Power Reselling says £100 super chat for the photo.
Do you know what? He would kill me if I did share it.
It'd have to be more than that, dude.
He would kill me.
But yeah, anyway, it was a bad idea. The photo's out there. I think fake Rachel's actually saved it, hasn't she? Because
I think she might have.
Yeah, she's got a copy, but she won't. I'm sure she won't do that.
It depends on how much you upset her, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be to make sure. But there's a few calls for photo. It's like this guy's video in my crotch. Anyway, I want to move on from...
Yeah, so...
but anyway,
the question
was...
Right?
I don't feel too uncomfortable, to be fair.
I struggle with it a bit more. I can vlog outside, but actually trying to get footage around a charity shop or a boot sale, I feel a little bit more uncomfortable with, but you're a bit more okay with it, aren't you? Yeah,
I mean, charity shops, you do have to be a bit careful because obviously it's private property. Technically, a boot sale is private property, so it can depend on you know... whoever owns the field, whatever. But yeah, I mean, people do all the time, and there's loads of really good videos, some really good videos online about that. Sib K has a question. Where is all your tat? Watched Nick's wonderful video and he did a house tour and there was nothing. Well, first of all, just to mention, actually, we had an amazing time last weekend. It was absolutely, I can't believe it's already a week ago. It kind of feels weird, like now sitting here, and like last week I just remember it so vividly, them knocking on the door. I was like, oh my gosh, and I just completely lost my train of thought. But it was epic. The vlog, amazing. If you haven't seen it, Nick and Andrea put up a really nice little précis of the weekend, and it was really nice, wasn't it? It was epic. It was like we can go and watch it whenever we want as well now. And we've kind of shared it with all you guys as well, so it's pretty epic. In terms of the stock, well, firstly, I don't have a great deal listed at the moment. I've really cut down a lot of what I've listed. I think I've gone down to like under 300 listings. I do actually have way more than that to list, so it should be higher. But yeah, I mean, most of the stock we keep outside in our conservatory area there, and it's just been compacted away neatly. And we had guests, so we squirreled a lot of what we could away. So it's there's plenty of tat.
I think I've said it before. A lot of like the big bulky coats went up into your wardrobe.
I made sure that Nick was very diplomatic, and I said, you can't show all this, it just looks like a mess. He did see with the tat piles, but yeah, so it was very cleverly edited video by Nick. I appreciate it.
He did a great job editing, actually.
Right, exactly, he did. Steve says it's working now, which is fantastic. Off topic question, how often, Zaheer, do you shave, as the beard was awesome, says Peter Ray? I don't shave very often. I tend to shave. It's when it gets to a point that it annoys you, doesn't it? Yeah, it starts annoying me when I'm eating, and you know, like when you're eating, and then like because I got a chubby chin, you know, it starts itching, and I'm like, no more. But yeah, I would like a beard actually, but I don't know, I'm just not man enough. It would have been so bad, but the zoom lens. But if the zoom lens popped out, says Barry Francis. Yeah, I can imagine. I can see what you're going there. Luckily, the GoPro was a fixed lens.
Exactly, so it doesn't do that. Yeah. But I can see,
Smart Reselling, Darren says, for those who have seen Despicable Me 2, I'm wondering if Z looked like Gru did in the shop filming stuff. It was quite similar, I think.
Probably.
Darren had some spice sex, didn't he? And Darren says yes. Did you get any good footage? Yeah, they're pretty decent, good quality for the price. I mean, that's not a bad idea actually. Wish sell spyglass for under £20. But you know, Beck's face when the guys, it was so nice. Clearly sick of Z's face. You were really happy to see them.
I was so excited to see them.
Exactly.
It's been a long time, hasn't it? I mean, we talk all the time, but it was such a...
To see in...
I think that we hadn't seen each other like face to face for a year, so it's... Yeah,
exactly.
It was really awesome to see them.
So Sibke goes, so you're just like the rest of us, tat hidden out of sight when guests come. Yeah, you can't, you know, I think that's one of the downsides of selling from home. It can start invading your home, and I just think that it really can affect the quality of your home life. I mean, you know, we want our kids to have space. We want to have space. It's important that you draw some kind of a line. You know, I've had it the other way where we've ended up spreading tat
like too much.
Yeah, and it
kind of liking how we're doing it now. It doesn't really come into like the living room. Okay, upstairs where I work, I've got a bit of stock around, but that's normally the stuff that I'm listing or I'm sorting through, so that's not too bad. Yeah. And then as soon as I'm done with it, it gets moved.
Yeah, and it's away, much nicer this way because we're just dealing with it in smaller amounts, and I think it's one of those things that's quite an important. It can affect the quality of life. Normally, when you've got a job or you go to work somewhere, you go to a workplace and you come home, and you know, we've had it the other way, and I don't like it. We've had times where the dinner table has not been usable for weeks.
Yeah, we've just quite literally been eating our dinners on our lap, basically.
And when you get to that stage, you're like.
Because there was just so much stuff on the dinner table, and then I was, it was just, can't deal with that. CP Craft says, there you go. Steve says, I'm scared to open my shed. To get one Ben 10 figure, I have to empty my shed, says Steve. That sounds horrible.
Did you find any missing items in your beard? No, I didn't, bum crack picker. I saw another comment actually. Barry said I shave when I lose a chicken wing, KFC chicken wing in there. I'll definitely be shaving at that point. You've got to be able to enjoy food. I think it just gets irritating. Right, cool top specs. Is it 80s? Asked Chelsea. She does have a cool top. I'm going to show you. You have to show people.
I'm going to have to stand up.
It's
now,
so epic.
I've got to show it.
Yeah, show people. It's such an epic top.
That's my top.
Yeah, and it's got little shoulder things as well.
Like it's not 80s. It's by Yumi.
Is it Umi?
Yeah.
I
picked it up at the weekend at a car boot sale, and I loved it and couldn't part with it. So
a car boot sale pickup there. So yeah. A lot of people there kind of chiming in on the stock. A lot of people there chiming in on the stock issue where it's, the house feels like an invasion of tat in our house, and Sue's joined us as well. Hi Sue. Yeah, you caught it live. Hi everyone. Sue's Pile of Shame, fantastic lady, fantastic YouTube channel as well, guys, definitely worth popping in there.
And shall we
and Treasure Pirate as well. Heather. Shall we start?
Let's start because we're going to get sidetracked. So
it's already 7:15. Well, it's already 7:15.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So we're going to start with our sales.
We're going to start with ourselves. Main store, last 7 days, it actually says on PayPal that we did about 860 turnover for the last 7 days, but it's actually less. It's about 700 and something, because 720 odd, because we actually had one of those really annoying things where someone bought an item for £140, accepted an offer actually, and then moments later decided they wanted to cancel, so it was an instant refund. So now it's not amazing turnover by any stretch, but considering the lack of listing that's happened, there's been barely any fresh listings going on there, and like I said, I'm under 300 listed items. I'm pretty pleased with that turnover. It's shown that my turnover has not taken like as big a hit from having a much lower inventory. Now that's not the same for everybody.
No, because we run two different systems, which is quite funny actually.
Yeah, because you've already got Rebecca's now got way more stuff listed than I do.
I mean, I've got relists to do, which is one of my things that I've got to get on and do this evening. But I'm currently, once I do my relist, I'm currently on 447 listings. Yeah. My turnover this week was £125.
Yeah.
So, which is something that I'm really, really happy with, because over the last few weeks that number has slowly been increasing, and it's only going to increase more the more work I do. So exactly. I'm really, really happy with that.
Exactly.
About where the second store is. It's coming along nicely, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. We had some nice little sales come through on Amazon this week, which is good. We don't sell a lot. We sell very little on Amazon, but we tend to have some pretty nice value items up there. So
they sell. The screen jumping up, because it's really distracting.
The screen jumping up? I don't know what you mean.
Growing.
What do you mean?
Like normally it just stays still.
I don't know why it does that. Is it catching up by itself?
Yeah, it just keeps
I don't
going,
know why it's doing that.
Just like,
it keeps on moving.
Really
maybe it's an update. But we've got over 100 people watching. So thank you very much for watching. Yes. Really appreciate everyone watching. It's fantastic. So let's have a look in the chat. Lisa's just joined us as well. So hi, Lisa. Question from Sib K: is Marantz a good vintage tech brand? Yes, it is. I think Nick mentioned he really likes Marantz as well, because I think they had it at his college, I think. But Marantz is a good brand. That they've got certain CD players which are really good. So that's what happens. Oh gosh, sorry about that. Steve says, have a good evening, guys. The Mayweather-McGregor press conference is about to start, and David was worried that he was fighting. David McGregor was worried that he's fighting Mayweather, and he's going to deal with him. Okay, so we talked about like our sales there, our turnover wise. So our turnover we're okay with, considering. Issues and refunds, I've not had any issues in terms of returns recently, which is nice.
No,
touch wood. The only thing we had was that £140 cancellation where someone bought something and then they just got rid. Next thing we wanted to talk about was sourcing. Yeah. The only sourcing I think we've done this week
was when Nick and Andrea came up.
Yeah. The only sourcing we've done this week is when Nick and Andrea popped up when we went to the boot fair on Sunday.
But we have so much stuff to kind of
get
through.
We already have so much to go through.
It's okay that we've taken time not to source, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much.
Exactly. Sometimes you have to, I think, draw a line and be like, okay, I'm not gonna go out and buy until I've gotten through this much at least stuff. And
we're still debating whether we're going to actually go
tomorrow. Yeah, we're not sure because
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we could easily go and I mean, it's fun to do, isn't it? It's just fun to wake up and go to the boot sales. It's really fun.
Our daughter's sitting there going, "Yeah, you should go."
Yeah, maybe because she wants.
Maybe because she wants to come.
She wants to come.
She's like, "Yeah, you should go."
It's just one of those frustrating things where we want to go, but we're not 100% sure. But it's something we're going to think about. But speaking of what we picked up, we forgot to show this at the haul. But Nick managed to take this home by accident. We had so many bags. There were so many IKEA bags and stuff all over the place. It was crazy. And then this ended up going down to Hitchin with Nick. So he kindly sent it back very quickly.
He did.
With a lovely note actually. And but yeah, this is actually a really cool pickup. This is one of my favorite pickups recently. It's a factory, well, it's not sealed, but it's new old stock. It's a personal CD player. It's mint, brand new, never used. Everything inside is sealed. I'm going to be going for.
Are you sure we didn't share that? I've got a feeling we shared it.
Did we share it? I don't know if we shared it or not, but it's back because I didn't know where it was. So that was it. So
tell the truth, you didn't even realise it was missing, and then Nick contacted you and said, I think I've got this.
Nick sent me a photo of it, actually, he sent me a photo of the CD player saying, "Look what I found," and I was going to reply to him saying, "Oh my god, what are the chances you got the same one as me?" And then he actually replied, and then it clicked that it was actually my one, and it was crazy. Gary Dunster says, "Guys, I'm listening to the chat as listing, but remember what you said about stocking last year when you said about better to have more stock to list while it's cheap." See, that's the thing, Gary.
That was one of the things we said this morning, wasn't it? Because when we were deciding whether to go or not, we were like, but it's going to be before we know it, the boot sales are not going to be there. Actually, and then we're going to be looking at other ways to source again. So,
I actually think that's a good point, and it's something I wouldn't mind putting out there. Is like, you guys have been following our reselling journey. And I'm sure if you went back through our older videos, we've probably contradicted ourselves so many times. We've contradicted ourselves so many times, right? It's insane. And it's because we keep changing, because like everyone else, we're always trying to adapt, we're always trying to change the situation, and we're trying to figure out what works best for us at the current time. But when I read that comment,
I just got to say tactical buy.
Check the serial number. See, bet Nick had the power cable away. Oh gosh, but it looks in the chat as well. Blitz is in there. Hi Blitz. It looks like he picked up some amazing Asda RA for Amazon. So good luck with that, Blitz. Nice little pickup there. Bumpcrack Picker says, "First Nick takes shoes off old men, then power leads from charity shop. Now a Philips CD player. What next?" Yeah, it's becoming worrying, isn't it? I mean,
at least he returned it.
He did return it, exactly. So it's. We also wanted to. We've got 105 people in here, so thank you very much, everyone. Louise has popped in as well and says, "Yo, we're going to go on to a few sales, right? We're going to share a couple of sales." We did.
We've gotten through that quite quick.
Have we? Well, it's 7:23. We're going for 23 minutes, so. It's not bad. It's not bad. We're trying to keep on track. You know, we will obviously, if you've got questions and comments, we're obviously going to read out as many as we can. Check around the house. He says, Adam. Did he ask for a refund? Says Bumcrack Picker. All right. So we're going to pop over and do a few sales now, because we've got, we've had a few, we had a few sales that we thought we'd share. So Rebecca, do you wanna go first at all? Or?
I'm not first.
Yeah.
Whichever way.
Go on. You share your.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
I actually took an offer on these Ted Baker. I picked these up from a charity shop, and this was probably one of the first ones that I've paid not like loads of money for, but I'm so used to spending like 50p, £2. I paid £10 for these trousers.
These were the ones that I pretty much marched you back into the shop.
You marched me back into the shop and you're like, I think you should buy them.
Yeah.
So I've paid £10 for these. They were on their first 10-day cycle. And I actually accepted an offer on these for £35.
They're crazy, aren't they? Absolutely epic.
I would have waited because I think I could have really gotten close to what I was originally asking, which is $49.99. But the lady also, because then we'll move on to the next sale.
Oh yeah.
Once you get there.
Yeah. And I was just checking to see whether the box was showing. Yeah. Okay, you want to go to the next cell?
Next cell?
Yeah.
The next cell?
Here.
Thank you. I just kind of think I should take control. Okay, the next cell. The next one.
I was just...
We'll get there. And she also bought these ones from me, which I again accepted an offer of £14 on these ones. So I was really happy. I combined postage for her. I refunded her one of the $2.99s. Postage charge thingy.
Combine the postage would be like an easier way of putting it, right?
You know what my brain's like.
Yeah,
it goes all around the houses before it gets to the right place. Anyway,
can I just say, Dave Rowland Beeknook has popped in. Hi there.
Hello,
and Amanda has also popped in as well. Finally made a chat. Lovely to see you in the chat.
Yeah.
And Dan Buzz as well. Dan Buzz joined us. Gary says they hurt my eyes. In case you're wondering what hurt his eyes. these
they are like
crazy
super like.
But so basically, because she bought 2 pairs.
I was willing to accept offers. And the thing is, with the Ted Bakers, we were very much going back and forth for a long time.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh, will you knock the shipping off?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, of course, because you've bought the other pair."
Yeah.
So that's why we ended up agreeing on 35, I think.
Exactly. And the last thing you wanted to show?
The last one was this Levi's. It's just like a grey Levi's t-shirt.
Yeah.
We had this from last year.
This was part of our auction
pickup,
I think. I think so. Everything in that lot owed us about
84p.
Yeah. So
I think what's the price that's showing on screen on these?
$17.99.
I accepted an offer of $15.99 on these.
Yeah.
So pretty happy.
Yeah.
Jonah.
Yeah. Do you want me to do mine now as well?
Are you going to wake up?
Yeah, I am. I'm awake.
Good.
All right. I want to share a couple of things that I picked up as well. A little bit different to what I normally pick up. And it's basically a Samsonite bag. This was one of the boot sales where I wasn't finding stuff that I normally like to find. But this was only like £3 or something. And I accepted an offer for 20 quid pretty quickly. It's not been on sale for long. So very pleased with that. So that was a nice little sale that I had. Next item, now this is quite cool. I paid £5 for this at a charity shop, which in itself isn't a lot of money. These are Gorillas Converse shoes. Now, the reason why £5 may have seemed like a lot to some people is because these shoes were not in the best of condition. They had some tearing along the rim there, and they also had quite a bit of wear to the heels. But I made sure that I showed that in the photos, as you can. Well, you can't see there because it's right in the way of the webcam.
Right,
but there you go. You can see there. You can see very worn at the heels there. But I took an offer of £35. I was very happy to take that. Paid a £5 for those. So nice quick little flip there. And the final item I want to show you guys was another quick flip. This was something I paid a tenner for. So this is a bunch of Build-A-Bear stuff. It's the first lot of Build-A-Bear I've ever picked up. It's not something I normally buy, but I actually bought a SNES off of this guy. If you've recently seen, I had a SNES bundle, and this guy also had a box of this stuff for a tenner. and paid him £10 for it, like I said, and it sold for 30. I did have it on best offer as well, but what's really interesting about that is, even though I had that like best offer on you know, even though I had best offer on like those that Build-A-Bear bundle, someone actually did offer me £15, which was obviously not enough considering I'd paid a tenner, and it just left it on and it sold. So I was really happy. Full asking price it sold for. So very pleased with that particular bunch of sales. Not something that I normally buy, but still I'm really pleased that I have actually gone out and picked up other items, because it's important, because it brings us onto a bit of a topic as well, like a little side topic about niches. Like when you first start reselling, it's natural for you to go and buy into the niche that you know about already, right? So when you've started reselling, you've gone for clothes because
I like clothes.
You like clothes, yeah. When I started reselling, I bought, and I still buy, a lot of electricals because I love hi-fi. I actually like hi-fi. It's like a you know, it could be a hobby of mine one day when I'm rich enough. So it's one of those things that I like doing. And as resellers, a lot of people do this, and that's why so many people get into things that they enjoy. So for example, a lot of guys like Lego out there. So when they first start reselling, they know the value of Lego because it's what they enjoy, and so they sell it. And same goes with video games and any other niche, really. Any other niche, if you're comfortable in it, it's going to be one of the first things you do. But it's really important that you don't start thinking it's your niche, because like, your niche is not your niche, it's just a niche, and you're knowledgeable about a niche. And if you think of it as, oh, I'm this guy or I do that, you can sometimes tunnel vision yourself off of other opportunities, and you can stop yourself from educating yourself about other opportunities and about other niches. There's nothing to say that there's nothing to say that you can become like completely, you know, proficient in a bunch of things. What are you giggling at? Louise's comment. Thought Zaheer was going to say you sell clothes because you wear clothes. Well, I mean, that's a good start, right? Everyone wears clothes, and if you buy, but it depends. Do you buy them for yourself? I mean, if you wear clothes that someone else is buying for you, you're not really in a great place to start there. It's the person that buys the clothes that's, you know, but you get what I mean, guys. So it's not all about just I'm this guy, or I deal in this, or I deal in that. You can deal in pretty much anything. So and it's important to remember that.
Mention Ads has popped into the chat as well.
Hello, Ads. How are you? Good to see Ads in the chat as well. Is Build-A-Bear with Darth Vader costume worth much? Ask piece. I have no clue.
No idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had like a Superman and some things like that. Some of them probably will be. Some of them probably will be worth a bunch of things, a bunch of money. But I thought, like, for what I had, I quickly had a look and it wasn't worth much. Z didn't help me telling me about the PS1 games I hadn't spotted the other day. Yeah, see, I saw them and there was nothing there that I was bothered about having, so you can have them. I'm not like, you know, so I'm glad you got use out of them, Blitz. But yeah, I just
Dave Rowland as well.
So
Bex, are you really shorter than your daughter? Yes, I am.
So funny.
She's only a little bit taller.
Little bit. It's marginal at the moment.
And the younger one is going to be tall as well, so she's going to go over me as well. So yeah, I'm quite short.
Yeah. Shane says, I can't cater for my interest. Lego, RC helis, classic hi-fi astronomy. Had some 80-inch reflector telescope recently. Oh, sad face. Yeah, that's the problem when you've got too many hobbies like that. It can be very expensive. I mean, like, I love RC helis as well, and hi-fi and whatnot. I mean, it's epic stuff. So we've got 113 people watching now, guys. So thank you so much for popping in, and we really love how the chat is buzzing tonight. A lot of comments and questions. We're struggling to keep up, but please keep it coming in. We're loving all the chat there. So I thought that was quite an interesting little kind of side chat about don't get into the wrong mindset of, oh, this is my niche, that's what I look for. You know, just see it as what your starting point. Now, too many words to learn, says Joe Berman. I can't deal with women's clothing, says Joe. It's still worth doing.
Yeah,
Bob says, if I could choose the perfect niche for me, it would be vintage metal detectors. Unfortunately, not enough around to make it worthwhile. See, Bob, I've never even thought of that. I don't know anything about metal detectors at all, let alone vintage ones. So
no.
Again, there's so much to learn, isn't there? That's epic. What other comments have we got? Now that's a niche, Bob says. Louise. Z, back in the day, I used to love reading What Hi-Fi in the 90s. What Hi-Fi magazine? Yeah, definitely. I remember that. Joe Berman has a question. Fave PS1 game? Oh gosh, do you have a favourite PS1 game?
Can't remember any.
Can't remember.
I used to play, but
yeah, I'm not a huge PS1 fan, to be honest. But game-wise, I used to love Pro Evo Soccer on the PlayStation. I know it's that I used to love it. I can't remember which one it was, but there was a Pro Evo Soccer on the PS1, which was so good, and I used to spend a lot of time.
I think, like, if we're talking about favourite games, I think one of my favourites has either got to be Fallout.
Fallout?
Yeah,
but that's on Xbox, isn't it?
I know,
and
but I
PC.
love that.
Yeah. Okay.
And Diablo as well, which
Diablo,
is another PC game. So those are probably my favourites, but I don't play much anymore.
Yeah. Another little thing that we wanted to actually touch on, guys, today, little topic, I suppose, was going to be what motivates you to go out and do the work that you do. And the reason why we kind of stumbled or like thought about this topic is recently we've seen some really lovely comments in the chat from, for example, Sue's Pile of Shame sticks to mind, where I think it was in one of Nick's videos. She said she was feeling a little bit down, and she caught a YouTube video and she was like motivated / inspired or pumped up by seeing the video, and it got her back onto working. And I thought that's interesting that motivated you, and you do get some comments where people are like, oh wow, thank you, it's helped me we see so many comments like helping people get through their listing, etc. And it's like, that's so cool that we can be that background music and background noise. So it's really cool to take a punt on what on what can motivate you to work. So some of you guys might find sticking on a YouTube channel or a podcast, listening to music, what motivates you. Civ K says what motivates me is my parole officer. And another thing to focus on is that don't focus on money to motivate you, and because as silly as that sounds, it's one of those things that
it's okay if that's what motivates you to
but I don't think
the work done,
because money's just like it's a thing though, isn't it?
I know it.
It's a thing. It's something that comes. I would say money comes from being motivated, to bring value. So you should be pumped about finding stuff, and being the guy that has stuff that people want. Because that's kind of adding value, isn't it? Because if you're really pumped about being the guy that has stuff that people want, you're providing a valuable service. Imagine when you've got customers that come to you because they know, you often see this on other platforms, don't you? Like Instagram, right?
I just had a hello from the States from Tracy.
Hi.
Is it Wellstead?
Where is that? Tracy Wellstead. Hi there, from Michigan. Hi there.
Hello, Tracy.
So it's like what I was getting to on that was
about money motivating you.
Well, no, you just killed my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not sorry at all. Look, you're just saying you're sorry. No, girlfriend motivates me by calling me and girlfriend motivates me and being called boss man. Well, no, that's what I was saying. For example, imagine being, you notice this on other platforms, especially Instagram, where people have set themselves up as people to go to for cool stuff, right? So you'll find there's sellers on Instagram that have a reputation of having cool stuff, right? And what happens is, as soon as they put stuff up, people rush to them and want to buy as soon as they post a photo of something up. And it's interesting because that does it. I mean, Silver Hair Stacky says you're motivated by the bills being due, but you know what, that's a motivation, but I think it's a kind of a sad motivation to have, because it means all of this that you're doing, like, I'm not saying that's your only motivation, by the way, but it's like sometimes people say, oh, I do this because the bills have got to get paid, or, you know, our rent's got to get paid. Of course that stuff's got to get paid, but I suppose when to help motivate yourself, sometimes you've got to have really wild dreams. Like, you've got to really put yourself out there, like maybe have you know, don't just be like, oh yeah, I've got to earn money because I've got to pay my rent or my mortgage or my car payment or whatever. Of course you do, everyone has to. I mean, that's such a bad reason to motivate. How is that going to motivate you? Because everyone's got to do that. You've got to do that anyway.
It does depend, because everyone is different as to what motivates.
It's
That's
true.
what I was trying to say about the money.
Yeah,
like,
because it's true,
money
but
might drive someone else, but it may not.
Yeah, but money does drive you, but like in other ways. So, for example, it might be like having your dream house or a certain type of lifestyle. Like, you know, some people,
I get your point. I get your point.
Or it might be that, you know, you're a speed junkie, and what motivates you would be to have like a sports car and that kind of thing. So sometimes I think it really helps to have your wildest dreams in your face. So, for example, if you want, if you know, one of our dreams is to buy a home, right? Now, I don't want to just stick up a photo. Actually, I stuck up a photo of a house, but it was like a regular house. And I was looking at it, I was thinking, I don't want that house.
Well, when you showed it to me,
I was like, it's a nice house.
I was like, yeah, it's a nice house, but, you know.
Yeah, and I was like, it's a nice house, but it's not. But then if I put up like some super mansion house or something, some really crazy house that one day, I mean, you know, you might never reach it, but that's what you've got to be aiming for because then it's like it gives you that incentive to do stuff. Like, I sometimes find myself easily just getting stuck and not doing work when I might just be weird like that, but I need to have these kind of crazy things in my head to motivate me.
I think that's the thing. I think we it's nice to have those dreams, nice to have those goals. You know, on a day-to-day thing, I mean, our kind of family and our lifestyle kind of that motivates me.
Having a certain lifestyle.
To organise my day the way I want to.
That
kind of motivates me.
Yeah, I mean those are all things that so those are things that definitely motivate you. I mean, you actually said about having some kind of a board, wasn't it, or like a dream board as well. So you wanted,
and you can put, you know, a dream board is basically you just stick anything that you kind of want to achieve.
That you dream. But you're not gonna say.
It could be down to going on a particular holiday. It can be you know, driving a certain car, living in a certain house. Yeah. You know, it can be those things, or it could be, you know.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, when you're motivating yourself on your dream board, for example, right? And you know, your dream is to buy.
I don't have a dream board.
You don't have one.
I don't have one.
You know, but you want one. That can be on your.
I think they're a pretty cool idea.
You should get one then. Like, I always say, like, for example, if you've got like a dream to like own a new car, you're not going to have a new car dream unless you're really peculiar, like to be like, oh, you know what, I want a Seat or something. You know, you know, your dream car should be like a dream car. Like,
how do you know? It might be a good car.
It should be like the Lambo or the, you know, it's got to be that crazy. I know it sounds. I'm just giving my point of view. Obviously, everyone's different, and people are sharing what motivates them. So let's go through a few comments. Yeah, we're just going to go back and have a look in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for taking part in this, which is amazing. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I agree. I love girlfriend. Okay, we got to that bit. Listening to music without a doubt, says ads. I listen to it about 6 hours a day. Money isn't a big motivator for me, just the lifestyle. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, when I'm sitting down and listening, I mean, we
listen to very different tastes.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
like you had the rap music going
I
this morning.
I had HYFR playing really loud, like,
and I was upstairs listening
Lean
to
Back
Magic
and stuff as well. Yeah, I was listening to some really like old, like not old school, but like some old school rap, but like a lot of rap music and a lot of I don't know. And then I go upstairs and Rebecca's listening to Magic.
I love my 80s and 90s music, so I listen to Magic. So
so like I said, Silver Hair Stacker says I'm motivated by bills being due. Crash Bandicoot's the best game ever, says Johanna Martin. Right. Okay. I find it hard to get motivated because it's not my day job. It's tough, says Louise.
I think that's the thing. That is tough. I mean,
if it's not your main,
going from the point of view where I have a part-time job as well.
Yeah.
And it's probably why I have started to try and plan my days a lot more, because I noticed one thing, that on the days that I was working at the shop, and now we only do short shifts at the shop, it's never for very long, I was finding I wasn't doing any like eBay work, as I call it, when I got home. I was pretty much concentrating on the house and doing no eBay work, so yeah, I can relate to that.
It can be difficult. Motivated by the hunt and not knowing what cool stuff I may find, says Gary.
Oh, that's quite a cool one, actually.
I mean, the hunt is something that a lot of people talk about, where they're naturally motivated, by.
That's a really cool one.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's definitely something. That's definitely something that does play on you, and I think that's where you get the FOMO, the fear of missing out. Hitman UK says I picked up a full bottle of Lynx vintage aftershave from 1983, thanks to Nick. That is incredible. Tracy says supporting my family with items I'm good at finding and selling is what motivates her. Family is always a brilliant motivator, definitely. Joe says to Sue, if I can be happy at my minimum wage job, then they can surely crack a smile.
I think there's a
it's a conversation about customer service. Okay then, alright then. Silverhair Stacker said, lol, I dream of a trip to the UK to see Zaheer and Bex. You're very welcome. That would be epic. Blitz question: do you pay the seller's fees as you sell each item, or do you let it mount up at the end of the month? I just had a heart attack seeing mine. We go for the heart attack option. Blitz.
That's the thing with the second store. I am going to try and start doing it either daily or weekly, because I don't want to have that big shock at the end of the month.
Ideally,
at the moment, my fees have been very manageable, but mainly because I just leave the money in PayPal and then it's there at the end of the month. But I am getting concerned that the more it kind of like the store grows, then the more I'm going to have to kind of pay attention to it, like daily or weekly, really.
Peter Ray's got a good comment here. He gets motivated to get good items through meeting people at car booths, charity shops, even YouTube channels. Also get motivated when people leave lovely feedback, as it makes me happy and gets me listing more.
Oh yeah, definitely. I do. Sometimes I do smile when I read my feedback, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so glad they liked it.
One thing I'll say is, actually, no matter how long you do this, when you get a nice feedback, it still brings a smile to your face. It really does. Yeah. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, I think particularly when it's something that you've. Well, with me, when I've like with the costume jewellery and things like that, when I sold a particular necklace, and I was just so happy that the person left me positive feedback, absolutely loved it, and I was like, oh, fantastic, I'm so glad it reached her and she's happy with it as well. So so that always motivates.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Richard Payne says not working for the man motivates me. Definitely. Definitely. Right. Being able to employ someone would motivate me. I could actually be a nice boss, unlike everyone I've ever worked for, says Joe Berman. That's actually a really cool idea, like paying it forward. You know, that would actually be so cool, because then you'd be able to be, you know, be the good boss that you've never had yourself. Oh gosh, there's so much.
Oh, there is.
Chat.
We're really far behind, actually.
Yes. All right. Okay.
We're so far behind.
Negativity is another big motivation for me, as I'm stubborn, says Power Reselling. Oh wow, cool. Actually, that's another point, isn't it? Like, for example, another little thing that I think is really important is, like, I love seeing people who are being successful. You can learn like so much. Yeah. I know it's not completely related to like what motivates you, but it kind of is actually, because I think what motivates me is when I see people doing really well.
Yeah.
I've seen this, like, I think Nick's mentioned something similar like this before as well. And it's one of those things where you're just like, you see someone that's like on another level to you, and you're like, wowza, you know, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Now, there's two ways you can go. It's very easy to get disheartened as well. You know, like sometimes when you see posts on groups where someone's like, oh, I've had the worst sales ever. I mean, I've not had any sales for the last couple of days. And then someone pops up and says, I've had my best sales ever. I've just smashed it. And now, what I'm often thinking in that is, I hope that the original poster sees this and goes, wow, okay, I can, you know, I might have had a terrible Monday or a terrible Tuesday or whatever, but this guy's months had the same Monday or the same Tuesday, same time, date, year, and his has been fantastic, and hopefully I can make mine fantastic as well. So getting motivated by when you see people do well, rather than because you can easily go the other way, where you can be like, oh wow, I'll never get to that stage, or you know. What do you think? Like, do you get
I agree completely. I love seeing what other people have been able to achieve, and I'm quite competitive anyway, so it just drives me even further to kind of achieve that. Yeah
Exactly. To have a mortgage by the time I'm 40, says Shane. Sib says, I miss working for the man. Honestly, I miss not having a career, and that's serious. Well, whatever does the thing. Some people do find that. I mean, I don't doubt don't doubt that you're being serious. I know plenty of people that absolutely love what they do. And if I've often said this, if I was smart enough to be like a theoretical physicist or something, I'd just do that. You know, thing is, I'm too thick. Like, I just don't get it. But I would love that. You know, I'd love to be like a professor of physics and like understand the world at like a higher level. And then I would be fine not reselling. But like, you know, that I can't. I really would have to really understand maths and physics from scratch again to do that. But yeah, that would be a dream. That would be a dream, definitely, for me. But yeah. Mia Cameron Ali says, having a bigger aim will motivate me to do anything I do. Big job for his motivation, says Pete Taylor. Yes, okay. Looking at my dream board now, says Ads. Okay. Shane says, have it paid off by 45. That would be an achievement, definitely. Right. I've got a dream photo frame with statements in it of where I want to be, says Blitz. Oh, that's pretty cool as well. Cool. That is pretty epic, actually. What did Bob Dixon say? I'm lucky to have a traditional local weekly auction near me. No internet sales, no buyer fees. Talking about auctions. Definitely, yeah. Andy Robbins says, Beck's dream boat equals it. Oh, she's living the dream, aren't you?
I am, yeah, definitely.
Right. Bet listens to NWA. I do have their album. I
listened to it for a long time.
For a long time, but yes, I've listened to all of them. Like, I've got DMX albums, I've got Black Robe album, I've got Rough Riders. God, I've got so many. I can't off the top of my head. It's just
Jay-Z.
Oh, of course, you got Jigga. Yeah. I have all Jigga's album.
I can't think of any.
Yeah, there's loads, but yeah, Tupac. Yeah, definitely. Okay, right. Right. Did you hear the new Public Enemy free online album? Asked Speak Nuke. No, I didn't. Bum crack picker. Zaheer, when you're sorry, I have to laugh when you say it. Come on, it's such a because it works. Laughing. Because
I know, I know. It's really awesome.
It's like such an epic name.
Think,
Zaheer, when you're packing items, do you listen to rap music or rap music? Oh gosh. Oh gosh, this chat is really moving along quickly. I'm having to. Okay. Planning for a holiday motivates me. Definitely.
Yeah.
The amount of times I go outside on like a lovely day when it's like blue sky and you see like a plane flying over and you're like, oh my god, we've not been on holiday in forever. We've never been. We've been together now. How many years? How many years is it? 17? 17 years.
Yeah.
And we've not been on holiday like ever.
See, look, the information's there in your head.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
It's there.
So yeah, definitely. So there's a lot of sacrifices that we've obviously had to make, but needs must. So a holiday is something that we would love to do, but something we're going to work on. That's definitely That's definitely something that's on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right. Employ the kids. Blitz says my manager's awesome. He always lets me go do my daily RA within ASDA when I'm meant to be working. That's pretty nice of him. I bet Z would be a slave driver as a boss, says Barry. I don't know, actually. Just ply him with coffee. He'll be fine, and fried chicken. Yeah, I don't think I'd be that tough.
Yeah, I don't think you would.
Yeah, exactly. Question from Fabian King. What does success on eBay look like to you? Good question, actually. That's a really good question. You've got to have some kind of a plan and about like how much of your income is going to come from eBay. If it's going to be all of it, how are you going to do that? Success on eBay for me will mean to bring in a decent amount of money. I'd be happy if we were doing like figures like 10k a month or something. That would be amazing. We're nowhere near that. Like we're on average, we're about 3.5 at the moment or something like that. 3,500 turnover on the main store. We have months where we go to like 4, 5, 6 and stuff, but then but that's where you normally that's when
it's like particularly good, isn't it?
And I'd love to be able to hit like 10k turnover, but here's the big but. I don't want it to turn into like some crazy it's already a time sink, isn't it, when you sell on eBay, when you think about it, because eBay is like no, I didn't just let rip Adam, it was the chair. But anyway, it's how do you how do I say, I wouldn't want to get a massive turnover or like by having to do a lot more work, because I think time is also valuable, like time to think of other things to do, learn other things. I imagine if you were doing massive turnover but you had a lot of work to do, it can become quite time consuming, because eBay is so low barriers to entry. Anyone can just start up and you can start listing things and selling things. I think the cost of that is the time it takes. You've got to spend time finding stock. You got to spend time cleaning / testing, then photographing, then listing, then selling it. Once it's selling it happens itself, but then packaging, and then any aftercare as well. So those are things that you have to bear in mind. And so success for me would be a nice income, but not necessarily with like a huge amount. So it sounds like I'm trying to have my cake and eat it. That's true.
Can I just say, our daughter's just sitting at the table, she's really distracting me.
She's I was making silly faces,
nodding her head and making funny faces at me.
Okay. So I would say that I'm trying to have my cake and eat it. So that's what it looks like. What would you say, hun?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Dave says seeing Z and Bex affording the rent is motivation in the eBay game. Well, to be fair, it's not just from eBay, is it? It's, no, it is. Beck does work, so we do have to take that into account. We were trying to do it all from eBay, and we found that it was too much of a struggle.
And we'll get there.
Yeah, we will get there, but
it's getting close.
Now we've got my eBay store, Beck's eBay store, the little bit of Amazon we do, and your job. We're doing it fine. We're like, so just to put it out there.
So it's not completely on eBay. But
yeah. Jason Entwistle says Zaheer, Sheldon, Malik. I wish that would be so epic.
Kaz has popped into the chat.
Hi Caroline, how are you? Well, thanks for popping in. It keeps on scrolling itself now.
I know. That's why I was saying to you earlier, it just keeps kind of jumping up.
Reselling Niche podcast, a really cool bunch. Mo over there as well. Monthly success on eBay for me would be to percentage increase 10% each month. I mean, success is you can measure it in those terms as well, can't you? Like, are you growing? And
that's what I kind of look at on a weekly basis. Is like, have my sales increased over a week or 2 weeks or over the month? And when it has done, that's when I'm feeling really positive. And
Fabian asks, would you ever consider taking on an employee as the business grows? No, it's not something we'd ever do.
No, I don't want to. If we can't, if we can't deal with the workload, then we will have to make changes.
It depends. No, it depends, because it's silly to say no as well. Because if you can get it to run like that, then yeah. But I don't necessarily feel eBay for me would be the right business to grow to that level where you need an employee. Then for me it wouldn't be. Because I just don't. I just don't think it's worth it for me to. I don't know. I wouldn't want to have it grow to such an extent that I'd need an employee, because that would mean there's a lot of work that needs doing.
Exactly.
One man writes, says, Z, can you do more life coaching videos? Once I've gotten control of my life.
That makes it sound like you're like...
because I don't have control of it.
You don't.
Life coaching is something that people can do when they are like good at their life. I don't think in terms of life, I think there's some things that I've got which I'm really happy about, like family, friends, and like having not to work for someone. But there's plenty of stuff such as like how I spend my money, my diet, how lots of things which like just general habits I've got as well. It's not something I'm going to be doing just yet, but thank you for the suggestion. It's crazy. So the goal is to always source items that are worth more, so fewer listings and more money. Silver hair stacker, yes, it is. That's the goal, but it's having your cake and eating it. Question for Z, do you take batteries with you to the boot sale to test items? Asked Maria. No, I don't. I just check the battery compartment and then just take a chance. Okay. What else have we got? Caroline's saying hi to Heather, Louise, Jason, and catching up with the highs. Yeah, it's sometimes difficult when you join a chat and you say hi, and then everyone says hi, and you want to say hi to everyone, but it sometimes can be a bit difficult because I'm a slow typer as well. Mia Cameron says, building eBay business to a level that have enough capital to invest in some other businesses. See, that sounds good to me. See, that's where my head would go, that bring enough money in it to start doing other things. That's definitely
like your thinking.
That's my thinking about it. Yeah, like to kind of eBay, like you've got to have multiple streams of income. I really like.
I just wonder what she's doing.
What's who doing? What are you doing? Where are you doing stuff here?
Okay. I'm getting distracted now. Just carry on.
Our daughter's being mischievous. Yes. No, she's not, bless her. No, she's being...
She's just like, what am I doing?
Don't make me feel guilty. Come on, Googs. Okay, I apologise. Yeah? Okay. Right. That is something I would love to do. And Treasure Pirate says, yep, Silver Hair Stacker, it's the profit that matters, not the turnover.
Exactly.
100%. Exactly. Sometimes I feel like when we share turnover, it's so pointless.
I know.
Because it does feel pointless. It's just...
Because that's just a figure, at the end of the day, it's what you can actually, like, put into it, like your overall costs. And,
exactly. You just don't know. I mean, sometimes I think we did a video just not long ago where we'd only sold 14 items and the turnover was like £1,400, and it's like, but it's just turnover. Turnover is
exactly.
Yeah. So great point there. It's always important to point that out, actually. Right. One man right says, I stopped buying electronics from car boots. Too much stuff is risky. That's how you feel. That's fine. Right. But yeah, Silver Pirate, if you sell chewing gum at 100% ROI, you're still having to make 30 listings a day. You could have systems in place to sort that out. Right. Success. Is it Dobie? Or it's not Dobby, because it's Dobie. Says success to me means growing your inventory and your sales by 10 to 20% each month. Ad says I'd get an employee, but not just with eBay. That's fair enough. Caroline saying Sipcase, sprinkle bicarbonate of soda in and outside of it, leave it outside in the fresh air all day, peg to a washing line if possible. I think, is that the tip for PE clothes? Yeah, stinky PE kits or something, or I think I saw something. There you go. Any tips on how to get moldy PE kit type smell out of a soup bag? See, that's a fantastic tip there, actually. Yeah, bicarb is amazing, isn't it? It does, like, it works wonders on things. It really does. Carol says, hey guys, almost missed you. Don't worry, you can always watch it live and stuff afterwards. Right, Peter Ray says, I employ my mum for love as she cleans some of my items. I get just mother-son bond. Oh, that's so sweet. Z could narrate audiobooks. Great presenting voice, says Pete Taylor. Oh, that's very nice of him to say so.
You do have a nice voice, actually.
I've got a nice voice.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I don't like my voice. When you hear it back, it sounds odd.
Oh, I think it
sounds all
nice.
nasally.
Yeah.
Ads ask, are you not doing the 10k steps per day, Z? Today, my watch is telling me I have done a whopping 2,380 steps.
Yeah, mine's a bit low, actually.
Yeah.
I'm normally heading towards 10,000, but mine's only on 6,000.
Yeah,
today,
when you're at home, it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. Yeah, I would love to be doing more, but
I normally try and go for a walk just to get it up.
Yeah. Bex, loving your hair. You're looking amazing, says Carol. Oh, that's so sweet of you to say. Oh gosh, Sibcase picks up a beautiful suit bag. Just smells like a rat died in it.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic. One Man Riot says, would love to have Z release a rap single. You know what, One Man Riot, I can barely, like, I know lyrics to songs, but I can barely spit them in the I can't even say them out because I can't. I keep on getting the words mixed up, even songs that I've listened to for years, right? I mean, but
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd love to. You know what? Chris Gotts is the man for that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's got bars on bars. Oh. Chris Gotts, he's got
awesome
bars. Right, the new PJ and Dunk. Oh gosh, no way. Right, Shane, is your daughter was as mischievous as me, I would have crawled up behind your chairs by now and waved one of those dolls behind. Yeah,
she is. She's very much got your personality, isn't?
Yeah, but she's not. Yeah, she knows the she knows the line. So yeah, she's laughing at her dad and thinking, "What's he rambling about?"
She's looking all innocent now. Anyway,
she watches like the Sarconis, isn't it? And Sarconi Jolies and the Bratellis. Yeah. That's Yeah.
That's who she watches.
Right.
Have you caught up yet?
It keeps on just jumping. This is madness. Turnover is cash flow. Businesses always need cash flow, says Mayor Cameron Ali. Very good point. I really appreciate that. It's true. I think with everything you say, so easy to just be binary about it, like turnover is useless, turnover is meaningless, or turnover is everything. There's always a pro and a con, isn't there? So really appreciate, like, you know, that pointing that out. It's one of those things. What else have we got?
And just a quick one. Simon Mitchell has just said, sorry, just got in from the day. Where's the skateboard figure coming from behind you? We're actually keeping the figures. They're actually
we're keeping them. And you might have seen on the screen there, Jason Entwistle, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Jason has just sent us a £5 super chat, which is just humbling. I've actually met Jason a couple of times at the boot sales.
Thank you. That's really nice of you.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy, chilled out guy. You know, he works like crazy hours and then still hits the boot sales like a legend. So if you saw that, that's really appreciate that. That's so kind. Right. Where other comments have we got? Woolworths in Australia is still alive. I didn't know that. Gary was saying Woolworths is a good example of how turnover isn't everything. Businesses are about overheads, not turnover. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. You know, there is a lot of. You have to balance it, really.
Yeah, you do.
Louise, why are you shouting? Okay.
Oh, because the caps.
Oh, the caps. I was like, am I shouting?
I thought that as well,
I'm so sorry. I was like,
no, it's
maybe the mic's
caps.
on too loud and
Caps,
everything. Sib says 2,000 steps. We're twins. 2,000 steps is bad. Lots of businesses have gone bankrupt even though they were turning over millions. That is correct. Question, how do you pay your eBay bills when they get high, says Daniel Warren? Put money aside or do one-time payment? Daniel, at the moment we end up paying at the end of the month, which can be quite painful. But
I am going to be changing that on the second store. I'm going to be trying to do that like daily or weekly.
We do need
to paying it off because the fees have started to go up on the second store now, so I need to kind of keep it
it's best the right
point where I'm happy.
If there's a wrong or a right thing to do, I would say the right thing to do is to get into the habit of paying it as you go along. It's so important. I mean, it reminds me of there's a guy called Jim Rohn that I love listening to, and there's a book out there called The Richest Man in Babylon, which he recommended, and I read it. It's a very short, like a parable type thing, isn't it? And one of the things it teaches you, and I still haven't done it because I'm thick, but anyway, it's about how to handle your money. It's so important. We're probably getting more income in recently than we've had before, but we don't necessarily feel the benefit of any of it.
No.
And that's because I think especially when you work for yourself, you've got to really be on point with every penny that comes in and what to do with it. And it talks about, Jim Rohn talks about this, that out of, you should have like in your head like a 70 10 10 10 split. Like, teach yourself that out of every pound or dollar you get, 70 is for just to put back into your business or into life. Put 10 so out of a pound, 70 pence is for your living, your living expenses. 10 pence put into a savings account. 10 pence put into an investment, and 10 pence give to charity. And if you can teach yourself to do that, then you're on your way. And I really think it's so important. Because it's one of those things that, like, if you do it, you're going to be set. Because he says one other thing, like, if you say to a lot of people, can you give to charity? And a lot of people say no, they can't afford to give to charity. And it's like, he said something that really touched me. It's like, if you can't give 10 cents out of a dollar, how are you going to give 100,000 out of a million or something like that? And it's like,
it's nice to break it down to that small kind of.
And plus, I like the fact that he's stipulated 70 pence of the pound for going back in, 10 pence for your saving, 10 for investment, and investment's important as well. I mean, there's so many little things. But anyway, bit off topic but it's something that's really kind of excited me when I saw it. Right. What other questions have we got? I'm just trying to scroll back and not lose graphics. Oh, people have seen the super chat graphic. I'm sorry, I'm a bit slow and behind, but you know what it is? I was using the broadcast software, and I was using an ancient version. It's called OBS, and because I used to stream video games, guys, as well. I was like a FIFA addict and other games, and I used to play on Twitch and stream video games. Fun. I still do it. Kind of sad, but I love doing it. I love sitting there, and I actually had like a little following at one point. It was so cute, and I'd learned all these little things, how to use this program. So whenever someone would follow me on when I was really, my thing on Twitch TV is like YouTube for games. My thing on Twitch TV was being bad at FIFA. People would queue up to play me so they could thrash me live on stream. They used to, because I was just not. They saw I was not good at this game, but I love playing it. I mean, I'm a big football game fan. I used to play sensible soccer for hours, and like But anyway, so that's what that.
Anyway,
Okay. Right. Reselling podcast says, I can't make videos when my kids are around. It would be hilarious stuff, but I'd never get a word in. Says,
she's normally upstairs, but she's painting her nails over there, isn't she?
She's 12, so it's she's cool. She's cool. Yeah. Blimey, you'll be using Nightbot and XS Tactical Bite. I did have Nightbot on my Twitch. Yeah, I did. Because you guys think trolling on YouTube's bad. It's nothing. YouTube trolling is just like, what? It's like dirt off your shoulder, as Jay-Z said. Trolling on Twitch can just be gruesome, can't it?
Isn't it?
But again, it's funny. But I got Nightbot more because of other people, because they didn't like the they didn't like the chat when it got funny. Right.
Yeah, which is understandable.
Peter Ray says, Z, do you remember the first item you ever made over £100 on? I think I do.
What was it?
Wasn't it that alcohol meter?
Oh yeah.
I think it was. I think it was. Yeah. I remember, guys. Yeah, this was like.
But you paid quite a lot for that, didn't you? It was the first item. It was one of the first items, I think. That
when
you
I
paid.
first. Right in the beginning of my reselling, kind of about 3 years ago or whatever it was, I remember going to a auction and I got caught up in the hype of bidding, which is fine. Well, it's not fine, but it's fine for me. I don't mind it.
It's fine because it works out for you.
Yeah.
If it hadn't done, you wouldn't have been feeling like that.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up paying, I think, £90 hammer price, but with the fees, it took it to about 130. Something like that. Yeah. And what I won was, it was a breathalyzer, but it was like a Lion brand or Lion something breathalyzer, and it was like something that would be used by the Met, like police issue. Now, luckily, there's no rules against selling those on eBay, because since then I've learned those kinds of things you got to be careful with. But this thing had like a certificate of it being calibrated at a certain day, and I was so excited to put it up for sale for like £300 with best offer, and some guy offered me 260, and I was just blown away. I was like, is this really happening? Like I only paid 130 and this guy's paying me is this happening? Like it was like £260, and I was like, I remember literally jumping up and down. This is how excited I was. I was literally jumping up and down through the room, through the house, going, so it's kind of sad thinking about it now. But I remember it. No, it's not sad.
Because it's the first time that you kind of felt that what you were doing was right.
Yeah, exactly. It worked. So
that it was working for you.
And Peter Ray says, mine was a box with Wii Sports Resort, a brand new, made over £100. That's fantastic. Right. Oh gosh, I've just seen the time. It's like 8:16. It's so crazy. Okay. Mine was. Have you made any money on eBay or Amazon whilst you're doing this chat? Says Peter Ray. I don't think so.
My phone hasn't gone off.
No, I've not made any money on either. I don't think about Amazon actually. No, none. No. Although I sold like a nice £80 book on Amazon today. It's just crazy. Cool, I was about to incur a storage fee as well.
It was nice that it's gone.
Silverhair Stacker says, do taxes count as charity, lol? Oh, come on. More graphics, Z, says Peter Cummins. Sensible Soccer, make a thumbs up, yeah. I don't agree with a lot of charities, as the majority of them, the amount is less than 50p in the pound, and they have the cheek to call themselves non-profit. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother debate, guys. I know what you're saying, but, Right. You can set it up on. Oh, you can set it up so. You can set it up so eBay payment is automatically deducted from your PayPal account. They do that for the whole amount of your fees, Joby. I don't think I've seen an option, you know, to do it, another way. What about your blackberries, Zelo? Oh my God, I used to sell blackberries ages ago. Yeah, but I don't think I ever sold one for over 100.
No.
Sorry, got to go, but thanks for a lovely chat, says Treasure Pirate. Yeah, we're gonna have to be closing this down soon because I can't believe we've gone on for so long. Question: what's your favorite sale? Ask One Man Riot. Oh gosh, favorite sale? I don't know. Probably a valve amp I sold to the US. It was pretty good valve amp. So I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I think mine is probably one of the quad.
The quad?
Yeah.
Oh, sad to see the quad go.
That was hard to part with.
Yeah.
I really wanted to keep that. But yeah, it's probably the quad.
Question: what was the book you sold on Amazon? Oh God, I can't even pronounce what the book was. It was a really large coffee table book, and it was about some Incan tribe or something. So it was like a coffee table book, really. Question: what's the biggest profit over the smallest investment? Oh God, I can't remember. There's been a few nice ones. There's been some. I mean, recently I turned £28 of investment by buying. I bought these Bose speakers off of eBay. Believe it or not, guys. I bought. How many pairs was it in total?
8.
8 pairs?
It was meant to be 7.
No, it was 8 speakers.
No,
8 speakers. So it's 4 pairs. Yeah, I bought 4 pairs of Bose speakers from eBay for 28
it was
quid.
Meant to be 7,
it was a local, it was a local collection. So we paid about 30. It took about 30 minutes to drive to it. So it took about 30 minutes to drive to it. And then what happened was, went there. The guy had advertised for 7, right? He'd said, "Oh, we've got 7 speakers, and come and pick them up." And I went there, and he actually put 8 in the box, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool, 8 speakers, right?" And oh my God, thank you, Carol.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That is, I'm humbled, mega ultra humbled.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. Lisa Fenn asks, when you pay to Super Chat, who gets the money? It does go to the content creator, so like us in that case, but YouTube will take a cut. I'm not sure what the cut is. Mega graphics incoming. God, you guys are so funny. Mega graphics, but Carol,
thank you so much.
Just humbled. Look, Beck's going redder than me. You've made Beck go redder than me.
I know.
Or evens. You're catching up. But then am I going redder as well?
Look.
I'm going redder. I don't know. But so I was saying it's like what was I going to say? It's £28, 4 pairs of both speakers. So this was an eBay pickup locally, collection only. It was an auction. The auction ended on Sunday, but for whatever reason, I got it for £28. And it was just like it was just amazing that I got 4 pairs, and I sold each pair. I think I sold a couple pairs like $129.99. I think I sold 1 pair for $110. One I took a risk and started at auction, and they went for like $80. No one can go redder than Z. Yes, Carol, your super chat came through.
Thank you so much, Carol.
Sib K's come in with a $5 as well. It's gonna pop up as well. Can get redder than Z? Oh wow, that is epic. We're addicted to the graphics. Get ready for it. Yeah, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. There it is. Graphics, the little star. Really appreciate it. So it's one of those things that like I'm just like, I was surprised that an eBay flip goes from £28 and it went all the way to like like I said, 2 of them sold for 129.99. 129.99. So that's 200. That's like 260 pounds there. One of them went for like 110, so that's like 370, and the last one's for 80, so that's like 450, I think. So 450 turnover came from doing like just a simple eBay flip there. So that would probably be my, like, you know, that would probably be my favorite like flip, I'd actually say. Okay, where are the graphics? Disappointed from Wirral, says Adam Kelsey. I don't know. they should come. Dave Roland Beeknook has actually super chatted as well. £5. Have you broken the graphics?
Oh no.
Have they broken? I don't know. I think they've broken. I'm not sure. Maybe they're coming. I don't know. Guys, don't please stop super chatting for graphics, because I'm not sure if the graphics are working. Like,
we're not sure that it was going to work.
Oh, there we go. There you go. Did Dave's not one come up as well?
I don't know if it came up.
I don't know if Dave's came up. I know, but Louise's has come up there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm like mega humbled, Louise and Dave. I'm just don't know what to say, guys.
No.
Yeah, just really appreciate it. Only had 2 8-bit stars refund. So yeah, yes. I don't know what happened to the graphics there, but we'll see. OBS does break sometimes the graphics. Oh, Dave, I'm just gutted for you, but you've seen plenty of 8-bit graphics, Dave. But yeah, but there's a lot of chat about graphics.
I know.
I don't know. There's a lot of chat about graphics going on. So I'm just trying to like, you know, see if there's any more reseller related stuff. This is like a chicken in need, right?
Children in
need. Chicken. Why did I say chicken in need?
Because you want some chicken.
Because I'm thinking of chicken. I just read Paul Mosley's comment. It said, "This is like children in need night now, lol." And I thought, this is like chicken in need. And like, I don't know why I said that. And Chelsea as well.
Yeah.
Great show as usual.
So much.
Just guys, just amazing, just absolutely incredible. Dave Roland, oh there you go, it's just come up. It's just come up. The £5 has just come up as well. There you go, the £5 has just come up.
There you go.
So it's incredible, guys. But yeah, just Wesley's hungry. Oh, God. I don't know why I said chicken in need. It's like chicken.
I know, why
chicken in need. I saw the word children.
And you read it as chicken.
God, what is going on? I think I'm getting flustered, guys. Please, guys, Amir Cameron Ali has just donated £2 as well.
Oh, thank you.
Guys, I'll have to ask you to chill out, guys. And another one for Dave Roland at £1. Silver Hair Stacker's going to be coming in as well. That's great. Okay, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's been overall a really productive week, I would say. I'm going to try to get back to the reselling.
I'm just going to touch on what Barry France said. They're longer tonight.
Yeah.
To make up for the short one last week. We did cut it short last week, so we do apologise.
Oh my God, Gary, Sue's Pile of Shame has just donated £5 as well. So eventually the graphics do work. Gary has donated £5 as well through Super Chat. Wow. Bugger the graphics. Nice chat.
Thank
Sue
you.
is so sweet. There's a fair stacker as well. Oh my God, you guys are just amazing. I don't know what to say really. I'm like, we've got it enabled, so obviously we've got Super Chat enabled, so we can't say we're not, but the thing is, we don't make the videos because of Super Chat. I'm sure you guys know this. I'm not going to insult you by saying that. We love spending our Friday nights with you guys.
Otherwise we wouldn't have been doing it this long.
Yeah, so it's just Yeah, I'm literally flustered again. And yes, last week we did cut the chat short as well.
Did.
But for good reasons. We just didn't know what to do. We were freaked out when they turned up. Yeah. We thought it would be really cool.
You just kind of melted, didn't you? Well, because the plan was for us to continue the chat, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's really, because we thought Nick and Andrew would come in and we'd be like, oh,
and then we'd just sit down and have a little bit of a chat, and then we'll go off and then go and grab some dinner.
Yeah. But when they turned up, my mind just went
you
like...
You just went like Nick's in my house.
Yeah. I was just like this. You know, like, am I meant to be carrying on? And, oh my God, Dave Rowland has another super chat. For sweets for the kids.
Thank you.
You guys, I don't know what to say. You guys are just like incredible.
Yeah. You're absolutely awesome. Yeah.
But anyway, can we please give you some reselling info if we have any? Did you guys not know they were coming?
We did.
We did know. We planned it.
That's why we ended up delaying the chat.
That's why we delayed it till 7:30 start.
Yeah.
But like, you know, that was the whole idea. We were like, oh, won't it be cool if we surprised everyone? We hadn't told anyone.
No
one knew that they were coming up. Like, no one knew at all. So the whole idea was they were meant to turn up, and we were meant to like be like sitting down and like doing, you know, like we're gonna be sitting down doing a chat, and then they're meant to turn up, and it's meant to be like, you know, that was the idea behind it. But when it actually happened, we just weren't up for it. In terms of professionalism or like in terms of calmness to keep a show going, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah. I completely lost my train of thought.
I just want to say, what Lisa's put in the chat. That is really awesome, because we kind of feel like that as well.
You're such lovely people. We love spending Friday nights evenings with you. I may not know any of you in person, but I consider you all my good friends.
Yeah, because we don't really know.
Yeah, we don't know you guys like in person, like you said, but
it's really awesome
to see the same names and to get the chat going. And
that's one of the things why we've continued to do like these live chats, is just like the interaction.
Can't get my words out now. The interaction. This is before any wine, guys. The interaction is so key. I think like it is amazing. I mean, we've obviously been doing this chat now. This is episode 41, so it's like just incredible. It's just the other day I created a playlist on the channel for all the chats, and I found the very first one that we did.
Did you watch it?
I watched a bit of it, and I was like, oh my God, wow. And it was the lovely messages and comments that you guys were sending through that it just made it a no-brainer to talk to you guys every Friday. So
it's been pretty it's been awesome.
Reselling Niche Podcast says you guys are very down to earth. I mean, well, we've got. That's because I've not made it yet. Trust me, when I've made it, I'm gonna be all Hollywood.
You're so not.
I'm all Hollywood. I'm gonna be like, So,
anyway.
But guys,
thank you.
Yeah. Shane says I find this chat kind comfort at the end of the day, seeing other guys pushing on with reselling through thick and thin. It has been hairy at times, hasn't it? And it's just, but it's with the help of the motivation that you get from talking to everyone, you know, from having a good group of friends and being able to share this with you. Oh my God, it's 8:30. Guys, we're gonna call it quits there. Call chicken in need. So you've written chicken there now, so now you just thank you very much. Really, really appreciate.
I wonder what their numbers to.
I don't know.
Don't die.
I'm not going to die. Yeah, I'm not going to die. I really appreciate it. We both really appreciate you guys joining us. You guys are fantastic. We've got over 100 people in the chat. It's just been spectacular.
Thank you so much.
And thank you everyone that super chatted, and thank you everyone that comments and watches and subscribes. Every one of you, we appreciate it.
We do.
And we will probably go now and like go boot fairing tomorrow now.
Probably.
Because I think I want to now. Almost feel like it.
And our daughter's saying,
and our daughter's giving us,
she's saying you have to.
She just wants to buy dolls. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. We will catch you in our next video, and just, bless.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye.